What's up guys? Thank you so much for coming back to my YouTube channel. My good name is Kinyasa. I'm vlogging from Kenya, East Africa, a place called Tinderet. If it's your first time coming across my YouTube channel, be sure to subscribe and like and comment. Thank you and welcome to this video today. I am coming from the farm where we were doing some tea work and I was helping Mama Shine in her work. Actually, the only place I was helping her is weighing the tea. I did not pluck it with her because I was at home. I had gone to visit a friend of mine whose sister was having an engagement party, so I just came to help Mama Shine to get to weigh the tea so that she could at least do something, go back and bath, do something after the heavy work. So, guys, I just said, let me just sit here and just make a video of something that is very much concerning and a little bit worrisome. Changing a lot of plans now. I have to be careful with snakes. Sometimes there's a very big snake that is known around this area to be around this place. Yeah, I'm scared of snakes. Snakes have poison, guys. Snakes can poison you. Anyway, guys, so what is happening is that, my initial plan was to come and do a project here. I really want to put a house down and do something. I was thinking that even when I'm coming from Nyabohansa, I should be coming and putting my own things in my own house. But getting here, my parents informed me that they actually wanted to sell this land, which makes perfect sense because my mom is coming, maybe in some few years, she'll actually be retiring. And when she retires, she'll go back to Nandi Hills where my dad is, and that is where we as a family will stay. So who will be taking care of a farm here? It will even be worse. So they want to just be done with it, sell it, and then so the land is around 1.4 acres. So if they get to sell it, they can go and get to construct rentals at our place in Nandi Hills, where there has been some new issues too that I didn't even know, guys. If you've watched my videos from some time back, there was some land that I showed in Nandi Hills, and I said it belongs to my father. I actually learned yesterday through a cousin of mine that that land is not really my father's, all of it. It's just the upper part. So the fish ponds and all that land that is down there does not belong to my dad. It actually belongs to the brother of my dad, who is my uncle. So he's the one that our late grandfather, may his soul rest in peace, got to give the land. So my dad really doesn't have a big land there. I was thinking we the whole fish pond and all that part had been left by my dad to my dad, but it's actually not true. So I've been hit by that information just yesterday. I grew up here. I never used to really go there. Even my siblings, all of us, we've been growing up here really. We've not really been going to Nandi Hills, but that is our home and that is where we are moving, in fact, from Nyabohanse, guys. Yeah, so I'm going back to Nyabohanse on date 5th. I'm going back, I think 5th, 6th there, to now move permanently. Yeah, so that is what is happening, guys. I'll just go pick my things and I won't be coming back to Tinderet. We are going to Nandi Hills, so be ready for some new area. I'm a little scared or worrisome because now where we are going, there can be too much shenanigans and problems and drama, and I really want to be clean. I've realized that just like the peace is everything that's important. I know the lighting can be a little bad, guys, so I think the lighting there is even better. So from Nyabohanse, guys, we are going to Nandi Hills, and that is where I will go and now start my first project. Yeah, there's a house there. The good thing is there's another house that is somewhere there. So my mom and dad are telling me that I can actually go and put my things there. So it's not a bad place, and that house I can now and go and try to make it decent. So I'm glad that it's also working out. Yeah, there's some house there. I'm going to let you guys know the whole thing, how it goes. There's a house there. It's not very good, but there's a house there that's separate to our house that used to belong to my uncle that my dad now owns. And yeah, it looks very nice and promising. And then I'll have some very beautiful land there, do my landscaping, do my own. Like, that is what I should be doing at this age, making progress in that direction. as I also think about how to really get to start a business as early as possible that can run on this side while I'll be teaching, because there's a teaching job, guys, that I'm waiting for the letter, and I'm 95% sure that God is going to bless me with that job. So guys, that is what is happening. I'm happy, I'm just happy, but that is the change of plans that happened. See, the problem in Africa, guys, you really can't talk with your parents these things. You can't sit down your parents and start asking them, now, what about the land that is here and here? Dad, where does your land end? No. It's just the same way, like, you cannot be given land. You've seen some younger people than me in Africa. In their channels, maybe they already have some land already given by their parents and stuff. But as for me, I've not been given yet. In our culture, your dad is more likely to give you some piece of land if you've married. In our culture, you actually have to be given land. I don't know if abroad that is how it is, but in Africa, you have to be given land when you're the son of your father, even if you're not the son of your father. What topic am I getting into now? Anyway, what I'm saying, guys, is you have to be given land so that you don't go away from the family. Even if you go and buy your land. So in Africa, guys, in Africa you have to be given land, at least in our culture. So even if you are a millionaire and you can go and buy your land elsewhere and get to build a mansion there, at home at least they need to give you some small piece of land so you can build a small house. And they talk about it as that is the house that when you come back to visit your parents and stuff with your wife, and that is where you guys can stay. But the truth is that they just don't want you to go away from the family, because there's a son of the family, you have to be retained in the family. So that happens. That is how it is. So the law of the culture dictates that you have to be given a small piece of land to build just a small house there. If you want to go big house and live there forever, that's okay. But if you also have bigger dreams and opportunities and you feel like you'd want to explore more, buy land elsewhere, which is where my mind is, and I believe a lot of all of us, every man should actually be thinking that way. You want to develop beyond even your home, but you must be given some small piece of land, whether you like it or not. It is a must. So you're more likely to be given the land if you have at least married. If you marry, your father sees like you have the intention of staying in the family and making the generation of the family continue. So he's more likely to tell you, okay, now I think you've gotten to the age where I can give you land. But if you haven't married, now your parents and even your uncles and everyone in the family is looking at it like you're still young, immature. If they give you land, you might even sell it and use the money for your own. So they'll never trust you with land really unless you've gone ahead to marry. But in a lot of other cultures too, you'll still be given land. Even in this culture of ours, you'll actually be given land. But you can't, it's not a matter of going to your father and telling him to give you land. Your father will read it, and when it's the right time, he will give it to you. If your father has not given the land to you, or where you can do some development there, before you buy your own land, it means that your dad is still reading you, and maybe you still need to develop yourself more. You still need to fix something. Maybe you even need to bring a girl home. Maybe you need to. So a lot of things there, guys. But as for me, the plan is, since now we will be moving back to Nandi Hills, I think once I go back to Nyabohanse, I'll be moving to Nandi Hills permanently, and my mom will still be here until maybe the time she'll retire, but I'll be paying her visits and here. But I'm moving with you guys to Nyabohanse and then to Nandi Hills. So we are going to start afresh there again. Hopefully everything will be okay and everything will be nice.